Hello, ladies and gents. Jack Dragonfly here, and I am so sorry I haven't been uploading. My life has gotten more chaotic than a containment breach at Jurassic World. But anyway, welcome to another installment of Cinema-Saurus. A look back at some dinosaur movies and shows throughout history. And today, we're going to be talking about a real classic. A television broadcast that delighted millions. The Land of the Lost. What? What do you mean it's not that Land of the Lost? Then which Land of the Lost are we talking about? Oh no. I really don't want to do this. The original Land of the Lost from 1974, which told the story of a father and his two children lost in a primordial world beyond the fabric of time with dinosaurs and supernatural creatures, was a real treat back in the day. I mean, sure the effects were dated, but that just added to the charm. But no, we gotta talk about this hunk of coprolite. Coprolite means dinosaur poop, by the way.
That is one big pile of shit.
The film adaptation of Land of the Lost was released in 2009, and it was a massive box office failure. And I can see why, and I'll explain why. So the film stars Will Ferrell as Rick Marshall, who this time around is not a lovable, outdoorsy father of two, but instead a quantum paleontologist, which apparently means a paleontologist whose education consists of watching Jurassic Park one time, and apparently he has a raging hate boner for Matt Lauer. Now, I know Will Ferrell can be a good actor, for both laughs and heartfelt moments, but this performance honestly feels like a first grader telling fart jokes. And I knew we were in some real deep trouble when one of the first lines in the film is this.
Do dinosaurs have boobs?
Honestly, I'm already watching the clock and groaning. And for the record, young grasshopper, no, dinosaurs did not in fact have boobs. Boobs, aka mammary glands, are exclusive to mammals, and dinosaurs, being reptiles, did not have them. No matter what the furries on DeviantArt want you to believe. Now eventually, Will is joined by Holly Cantrell, his love interest, played by Anna Friel. And now I really feel the need to mention and remind the audience that in the original series, Holly was Rick's preteen daughter. Oh, this feels all kinds of wrong. They are also joined by Will. Not Will Ferrell, but a character named Will, played by Danny McBride, who, like Holdy, instead of being Rick's child, is now a bearded loser running a tourist trap. I mean, I know they are really trying to go for laughs, but this feels like someone gobbled up the original and pooped it out.
That is one big pile of shit.
And that's going to be really ironic in a minute.
It's an earthquake! Greatest earthquake ever known!
So the trio arrives at the Land of the Lost, and they meet Chaka, returning from the original series. Although now he looks more like the inbred love child of Jesse Eisenberg in a Too Curious George. But at least we get to my favourite character in the movie. Our leading dinosaur, and another returning character from the original series, Grumpy the T-Rex, who takes an instant dislike to Will Ferrell after he insults the dinosaur's intelligence.
His brain is the size of a walnut. It's the T-Rexes who are the real dummies of the world.
Actually, T-Rex had a banana-sized brain, with cognitive abilities on par with modern crocodiles, a sense of smell rivaling a bloodhound's, and eyes as good as an eagle's. So you best check yourself, Mr. So-called quantum paleontologist. Now the rest of the film is a hodgepodge of misadventures, and some not very well thought out jokes, as the group try to retrieve some kind of device that I honestly don't really care about, to try and get home. Now we of course have the Sleestacks returning from the original series, and at least they did try to make these goofy lizard men look threatening. And in addition to Grumpy, we also have some Pteranodon, a few Jurassic Park-inspired raptors, and a brief appearance from Big Alice, the Allosaurus from the original series. But that's sadly it. No Dopey the Brontosaurus. In fact, I actually can't recall seeing any plant eaters, which is a serious bummer. The original always made the land feel vibrant and full of life, but this just feels like a wasteland. I mean, really look at it. I mean, sure the effects might look more modern and realistic, but that is little more than a dusting of glitter on this big, smelly pile of... You get the point.
That is one big pile of shit.
Honestly, the only reason I'm still watching this pile of crap is I'm clinging to the hope that Will Ferrell gets eaten by a dinosaur and... Ooh! Huh. Well, I'll be. At least there's one jewel in this dirt. But sadly, Will Ferrell does come back. How, you ask?
Oh my God.
Yes, he pooped me out.
I really don't want to talk about this much longer, so I'll just skip to the climax, where at least we get to see a T-Rex kick some Slaystack butt. And the film ends with the enduring lesson of Matt Lauer can suck. Come on! I honestly can't feel I can bring myself to call this a remake. It feels more like they were trying to do a comedic parody of the old classic. But they forgot to do two very important things when you do so. It has to actually be funny, which this is not, and it has to have some kind of love and respect for the original. But this feels like someone pooped on the original and said, "Brilliant!"
That is one big pile of shit.
I honestly feel a little angry. It's not smart, it's not funny, and it's just completely juvenile. Yeah, that's the word for this. Juvenile. It feels like the whole movie was directed by that one fat kid in South Park.
Hey, don't call me fat, you fucking Jew!
Eric!
See what I mean? I'm not enjoying this in the slightest. This film honestly deserves to go extinct and never return. But at least we always have the original to look back on. So at the end of the day, I give 2009's version of Land of the Lost 1 star. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to like, favourite, subscribe, and all that good stuff for more content from the Venture World channel. But as for now, I'm Jack Dragonfly, and I will see you all again next time. Whenever I get to it.